So, while money helps, it doesn't heal. It don't heal you. Money helps, yes, but it don't heal, okay? While relationships are beautiful, but they don't complete you, okay? Success feel good, but it doesn't create your purpose, right? Validation feels good, but it doesn't create your value, okay? A different situation doesn't automatically create a different mindset, right? So now healing is what matters. Peace matters. Discipline matters. Purpose matters. Practice matters. So it's not a question of what is it? What is it that I want to, what is it that I want? What is it that I want? It's a question of who am I becoming? Okay, that's the question. It's now a question of who am I becoming? That's the real question. The question is not what you want no more. Okay? That's not the question. So when you out here talking, oh, I want this, that, all, if that stuff go right now, that's not the question that you need to be asking. Who are you becoming? So even if that stuff was to leave, even if that stuff was to go, you understand who you is. It's not going to break you. Okay? You're not going to let because your car got repo break you. You're not going to let the fact that you went broke break you. You're not going to let the fact that people know that you homeless break you. So that's not why the bigger question is not what I want. The bigger question is who am I becoming? Okay? Who am I becoming? Who am I becoming? Not what I want. Because if I lose that stuff right now today, and most times you will. Most times you will lose that person or that thing or something. Something is going to get lost. Do you know what to do after it get lost? Or are you going to let it destroy you? Or are you going to let it build you? Take you to the next level. Help you. Shape you. Mold you. So close your eyes and imagine. Imagine you waking up to peace. Imagine you waking up with intention. Imagine you know who you are when you waking up. Imagine you are no longer controlled by your fear. You can forgive quickly. You can move on. You can trust yourself. You can take care of yourself without guilt. Right? You know your purpose? What? Can you imagine you know your purpose? Baby, you're going to be dangerous. You start knowing who you is. You start knowing your identity. What? They ain't going to be able to tell you nothing. What's that, Kanye? They can't tell me nothing. You are no longer surviving. You are now living. Can you imagine? Can you imagine all that stuff you've been through? And you thought you weren't going to see the daylight. Thought you weren't going to get through it. You thought you weren't going to bounce back. But you can bounce back even better. Right? You can bounce back even faster. Right? You can bounce back even harder, baby. Don't play no games. So let me ask you a couple questions. Like, what your morning look like? Is your morning chaotic? Is you constantly rushing? What does your morning look like? What does it feel like when you wake up? Are you still tired? Are you like, I just want to go back to bed? Like, what's going on with that? These are some questions you need to ask yourself. I'm asking you these questions just to be mindful. These are questions that you need to ask yourself, okay? What habits does the future you have? Like, what are you doing? Because you can't keep moving the way you've been moving, because that ain't, especially if that ain't been helping you, right? Like, what does the future healed you look like, right? Are you tired of living how you been living? Or what it look like? Well, you cool with that? And the reasons these questions need to be asked is because a woman who is in survival mode, she looking like today. She looking like, okay, all she can focus on is what do I need to get through today, right? But a woman who is walking in purpose, she focused on the mission. She like, baby, what? I can be here in the moment, and I understand when I need to be, and I understand what I'm building for the future as well, right? She understands that. But if you in survival mode, you're not going to understand it. You're not going to get that. You're not going to comprehend it. Okay, so let's talk about what you may have done, right? What you may have found yourself doing, right? Some things you may have found yourself doing was probably talking to a friend, right? Hopefully they was a safe friend. Hopefully you didn't, or a family member. Hopefully you didn't sit up there and talk to somebody who's not safe, and they went there and gossiped about your business and told it and spread it to family members and put their own sauce on it and manipulated it and put stories up in there. Hopefully you didn't make that mistake of talking to a unsafe person. But if you did, oh yeah, they just gonna make it worse. And I'm here to let you know that they gonna make it worse. And don't open your mouth to talk to unsafe people again. All right, don't do it again. Don't let it happen a second time. Okay, don't be sitting up there talking, well, it's my mama, you know, and I don't care. Okay, I don't care. You may have read some self-help books, right? And maybe it helped a little bit, right? Maybe it helped a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it helped a lot of bit. I doubt if it helped a lot of bit. I'm sure it helped a little bit. You may have listened to podcasts. Now, podcasts is cool. I like podcasts. I love just a few. Like, at first when podcasts came out, everybody and their mom was like, I want a podcast. I want a podcast. I'm like, why the hell all y'all want podcasts? Everybody want to be a content creator. Everybody, it's just like they get this one thing and everybody it's like a mass of people want to do that same thing. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Like, that is just like, But if you listen to podcasts is good. Some podcasts is good. Well, I don't know. I don't think they got podcasts. Well, yes, they do. Secrets to Success is a podcast. ET got a podcast. But Myron Golden has a channel. So I think that's a little bit different. I don't think he never calls that a podcast. He always calls that his channel and his teachings. So and you may have followed some inspirational pages, right? You may have done all of that. You may have been talking without tracking, staying busy, going nowhere very, very fast, right? Looking at external rescue, looking for things like taking care of someone else. You know, maybe if you get your mind off of you, or working more hours, right? Waiting for a relationship, or waiting for money, or waiting for children to change, right? Or waiting for the circumstances to improve, right? Whatever it is, or starting and stopping programs. That's, a lot of y'all is notorious for that. I used to do that too, but of course, when I got my structure baby, and I was like, So while you may have tried reading, watching, listening, talking, what the 23-day challenge does for you is it helps you track. It helps you reflect. It helps you practice. It helps healing. It actually applies, right? You're going to actually do the work. It's not no starting and stopping. The things is so simple, right? You're going to be building, right? So when we talk about, okay, yeah, the self-help books, right? The podcast, all of these different things, right? But at the end of this program, you're going to actually have a portfolio, okay? You're going to actually have developed and created a portfolio of proof, okay, that your pain, that it was purpose in that pain. You're gonna have proof it was purpose. So when we talk about what's the cost of staying the same, right? Let's weigh our options. Let's weigh, like, let's do some, like, what's the cost of staying the same, right? Let's see. Continuing to carry old pain, okay? Repeating the same cycles. Making decisions from wounds instead of wisdom, right? You coming from a place of hurt. You coming from a place of hurt, right? Staying stuck in survival mode and living beneath your true potential. You living beneath your true potential. The price of not becoming aware, reacting instead of responding, missing patterns that keep showing up, continuing habits that don't serve you, feeling lost without understanding why. Oh, the price of not investing in yourself, spending years of trying to figure it out alone. Oh my goodness gracious. Ooh, you're gonna be looking for your purpose to the end of time, baby, if you don't get up in here. Cause who finna show you purpose development like this? Ain't nobody finna do this. Ain't nobody finna do. Who is these people? Oh. So the price of not investing in yourself, okay? You spending years trying to figure it out alone. You learning the same lesson repeatedly. You delaying your growth, delaying your peace, delaying